These two NBA referees went viral after they spoiled a celebrity sitting courtside at the Celtics-Bucks playoff game. It was Jack Harlow, of course, but they didn't know who the rapper was. So here's details on what all happened, as well as other news in the world of NBA. So let's dive right in. First up, a spoiled celebrity sitting. The home team will usually recognize the big names in the audience by putting them up on the Jumbotron when there's a timeout. But the arrival of one star left these two whistleblowers confused. Who is Jack Harlow? Which was the question that longtime NBA referee Scott Foster was forced to ask his offsider Ed Malloy. And you can't really blame him. Harlow probably still can be classified as a up-and-comer. But he does have multiple hit songs under his belt that have topped the charts, not to mention a new album set to drop Friday. So the 24-year-old Louisville rapper will soon be getting the attention of Foster and others who are currently unaware of him. Malloy replied that he has no idea. He was really just clueless. Foster persisted and pointed out that he was over there in the white shirt behind Malloy. Malloy asked him who he was, and he was still clueless. None of them knew. Foster came up with an idea that, hey, they could go and ask him. It got plenty of laughs from the commentary crew during Milwaukee's 101-89 Game 1 win, who proceeded to inform them that Harlow is actually one of the best rappers in the industry at the moment. The Kentucky artist is getting himself started in the music industry with a resume that just keeps getting bigger and bigger, and includes not only chart-topping songs, but also some business ventures. Harlow's made millions upon millions of dollars and a Billboard Hot 100 #1 spot while just being 24 years old. He began to blow up after he was first introduced, and then signed to Don Cannon and DJ Drama's record label Generation Now, an imprint of Atlantic Records. And since then, he's gone on to do quite a few things. One of them is to co-found his music collective, Private Garden. His mother, Maggie Payette, was a big fan of rap music and used to make him listen to Eminem songs when he was a child, so it really came as no surprise when, hey, Jack began rapping at the tender age of 12. He got his first big break when his single What's Poppin' reached number 8 on the Billboard Top 100. Throughout his music career, Jack has worked together with big names like Chris Brown, Tory Lanez, them big boys. In 2021, he made an appearance on Lil Nas X's Industry Baby. The hit single reached number 1 on the Billboard's Hot 100 charts and became Harlow's highest charting song in his career. Yeah, well, so far that is. Other hilarious courtside moments, celebrity appearances and music and dunking contests are just some of the things that we can see happen all the time in NBA. So it's no surprise that a lot of funny things have taken place over the years, besides that debacle with Harlow. So let's take a look at some of these that are definitely going to make you laugh. Next, a ruined birthday. Gerald Green's less than amazing birthday. By the dint of fan votes, Dwight Howard was the winner of the 2008 dunk contest, despite Gerald Green of the Boston Celtics scoring an absolutely crazy birthday cake dunk, launching himself into the air and blowing out a candle while he was in mid-flight. Green's disappointment was pretty big. And his birthday? Yeah, totally ruined. And now, the ejection of a coach. There was also a time when we saw the ejection of Red Auerbach in 1967. Auerbach was definitely going down in history as the only coach to be ejected from an all-star contest for fighting with officials. The man went through the same thing once again in 1984 while coaching an old-timers team. So, based on the trend, maybe he's the problem? On to the national anthem. Marvin Gaye decided to put his own spin on the national anthem at a game in 1983. While the Eastern Conference was victorious in the All-Star matchup that year, Gaye's original take on the national anthem would never be forgotten. Smooth vocals lying on a classic synthesizer track, Gaye literally stole the thunder from everybody else, including the game that day. The performance was altogether spectacular and tragic, because this is the very last time the singer was to be seen in the basketball championship. He was shot dead the following year. Now, in other news, the playoffs. Phoenix Suns and Miami Heat come out on top in the semifinals. Now let's take a look at what's been happening in the world of NBA as of late. DeAndre Ayton bagged 25 points as the Phoenix Suns grabbed an early advantage in their NBA playoff versus the Dallas Mavericks. Ayton and Devin Booker assisted the favorites go 1-0 up in their best-of-7 Western Conference semifinal. Luka Doncic scored an impressive 45 points for Dallas, even though they were defeated 121-114. In the Eastern Conference opener, the Philadelphia 76ers found it tough to play without the wounded Joel Embiid as the Miami Heat bagged a 106-92 victory. Tyler Hero got 25 points from the bench as Miami drew back in the later half, with 5 players ending up with double-digit point tallies. The Heat trailed 51-50 at the break, but came out on top against the Sixers 56-41 in the second half and absolutely crushed their opponents on rebounds. Cameroon's Embiid, the NBA's #1 scoring leader, recently had a right orbital bone fracture and a concussion after being hit badly by an elbow in Thursday's series-securing win at Toronto. Not to mention the thumb injury he's been dealing with in the past few weeks. "We're working with a small margin for error," was the statement we got by Doc Rivers, the Sixers coach. "So we can't give a team team 13 extra shots on the road without Joel and think we're going to win a game. Miami coach Eric Spoelstra went on to add that he feels that they're still a great team even though they don't have Embiid. He also went on to add that his team only managed to get themselves organized in the second half. Took us a little bit more thought and discipline, and the extra work made everyone more motivated on the team. Phoenix was leading the way from start to finish in their game, although they were given a big scare when Dallas worked hard to get within 5 points, right as the closing seconds came around. Ayton shot 12 from 20 while in the field, whereas Booker put in another 23 points and 9 rebounds and 8 assists. Chris Paul threw in yet another 19 points, and Cameron Johnson put in 17 more from the bench, as 6 Suns players ended up with double-digit point totals. Paolo Banchero to head for NBA draft after just 1 season with Duke Blue Devils. Duke Paolo Banchero is jumping straight into the NBA after a single season, and he's a pretty strong contender to be the #1 draft pick. Banchero revealed his choice in a social media video on Wednesday, with the school saying the freshman was going to get an agent. He went on to say that it's always been a dream of his to be able to play at Duke, and also in the NBA, of course. Banchero said that he'd already been prepared for that by Duke, both on and off the court. He felt that the journey was a great one, and it was a blessing to be able to be a part of the brotherhood. Banchero had been widely seen as a likely one-and-done player, even before he arrived at Durham, North Carolina campus from Seattle. I mean, he does have all the markings with his strong frame, size, and perimeter moves. Banchero moved to be on a third-team All-America pick by the Associated Press, and now he stands at #2 in ESPN's latest list of draft prospects. The 6'10", 250-pound player was recently predicted as the 3rd pick for the mock draft by ESPN's Jonathan Givony, the topper in an extremely skilled recruiting class. Banchero kept an impressive average of 17.2 points and 7.8 rebounds, breaking the 20-point mark 15 times and only failing to get double figures twice out of 39 games. He had a part to play in Duke reaching the now-retired Hall of Fame Mike Krzyzewski's record 13th Final Four shortly after the program won its first outright Atlantic Coast Conference regular season title since 2006. In a comment from the school, Krzyzewski stated that Banchero is absolutely ready to attack the next phase of his career. He went on to describe the 6'10" player as versatile, dynamic, and explosive. A true model player in the current NBA, and not just by his playing, he even praised the man's character, telling how he enjoyed having him and his family around as part of the program, and wished him all the best. Banchero also fully used opportunities for athletes to profit from their fame with brand endorsements, which started last summer when the NCAA allowed athletes to make even more money through their name, their image, and their likeness. So, if you liked today's video, please give us a like and let us know in the comment section what you think. Check out our other videos and subscribe to be a part of the fun. Make sure to click the notification icon so you can see our new videos as they're uploaded, and I will see you next time.